The iPhone XS front-facing true-depth sensor array could be used for more than just Face ID authentication, and it fits neatly into Apple's broader march into augmented reality on the iPhone. But the iPhone XS rear camera still uses a combination of motion sensors and 2 rear cameras for AR. That could change in a future iPhone. Sources cited by Bloomberg claim that Apple plans to add 3D camera technology to the rear of next year's iPhone in addition to the true-depth array already on the iPhone XS front. The rear camera might not use the same technology as the true-depth sensor array used for Face ID on the front of the iPhone X, however. Rather, the rear array might use time-of-flight sensors, which would map objects in 3D space by calculating how long it takes for light from its laser to bounce off of an object in its field of view. Bloomberg's sources say that adoption of this technology is not certain, but it seems to be what Apple is testing right now. The technology is in development at Sony, Panasonic, Infineon Technologies, and ST Microelectronics. In the iPhone X, Apple aligned the telephoto and wide-angle lens cameras on the back vertically instead of horizontally, as on the iPhone 8 Plus, to make augmented reality applications more effective. But without a more advanced way to read and track 3D space, our apps will remain limited. Unlike more robust hardware like Microsoft's HoloLens, the current iPhone's rear cameras can't deal well with surfaces that aren't flat. They can't even track when an object is obstructing the camera's view. Current iPhone R apps place an object in space relative to the flat surface but can't partially obscure it behind a real-world obstacle, for example. The addition of 3D sensors to the rear of the iPhone would address those limitations, allowing for much more realistic, and in some cases, more useful AR experiences. Apple CEO Tim Cook has been aggressively promoting AR to both consumers and investors. In a recent interview with The Independent, Cook said that he expects the adoption and impact of AR to be as dramatic as that of mobile apps when the Apple App Store launched more than 9 years ago. There are also reports that Apple is working on an AR headset in a company group called T288, which has already produced ARKit, Apple's AR software toolset for app developers. The AR app marketplace is nascent now, but Apple wants AR to be more meaningful than Pokémon Go and a neat IKEA furniture shopping app. Even Warby Parker's impressive glasses dressing room app is just a hint of what might come later. But if a future iPhone adds this rear-facing device, fragmentation of Apple's installed base could be a challenge. Between the 2019 iPhone, the iPhone X, the iPhone 8 series, and prior ARKit-supported iPhones like the iPhone 6s and 7, Apple and third-party app developers will have to support 4 different AR hardware toolsets. The prospects for AR are promising, but it's going to be a bit messy realizing them. Correction: this article originally stated that this feature was being developed for a 2018 release. The report actually indicated 2019. The article has been updated accordingly.